Good evening and welcome. You're watching The Buck Stops Here. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the program this evening, explosive details of how the names of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah have in fact been included in the Ishrat Jahan fake encounter charge sheet. A deputy superintendent of police had told a magistrate that the hit on Ishrat and the others had been approved by the Chief Minister of Gujarat and his close associate, the Minister of State, Home. But the account of the DSP was based on what he heard. Is this just hearsay, or can we rely on what that DSP had to say? Also coming up, his nephew may have been the mastermind in the cash for post scam, but how has the CBI cleared Pawan Bansal, the former rail minister? How could anybody get an out-of-turn promotion at a very senior level if the minister didn't sign off on it? Also coming up on the program, the story of how a young group of mountaineers from the National Institute of Mountaineering saved countless lives in the mountains of Uttarakhand during the tragedy in Kedarnath. But first, our top story, the big explosive testimony in the Ishrat Jahan case. NDTV has learned that the CBI charge sheet in the Ishrat case contains the testimony of a police witness who told the magistrate that he had heard the DIG of the crime branch, DIG Vanzara, telling his junior officer, GL Singhal, that he obtained permission from Chief Minister Narendra Modi and the then junior Gujarat Home Minister Amit Shah to go ahead with the fake encounter.
Well, until now it appeared that the CBI's massive 1500-page charge sheet in the Ishrat Jahan encounter case had no reference at all to the Gujarat Chief Minister or the Home Minister. But NDTV has accessed a statement made by one of the Gujarat police officials who's become a key witness for the CBI in this case, and that is Mr. D.H. Goswami, who retired as a deputy SP in the Gujarat police. Now, he has said in his statement recorded under section 164, which means it's before a magistrate, he has said that he was privy to a conversation which refers to the fact that the Chief Minister and the Home Minister may have given their endorsement or their go-ahead for this entire encounter. Mr. Goswami, who retired as a deputy SP in the Gujarat police, has given a statement in which he says that on the 12th of June 2004, 2 days before the encounter between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m., he went along with his senior in the crime branch, GL Singhal, to the crime branch office in Shahibag in Ahmedabad. He says he saw the two main accused in the case, DG Vanzara and PP Pandey of the Gujarat crime branch, along with Rajinder Kumar, former Joint Director IB, who is being questioned in this case, discussing this encounter. Rajinder Kumar, according to Goswami, tells Vanzara, talk to the CM about it. Vanzara, according to Goswami, says he would talk to Whitebeard and Blackbeard, code names, as the CBI tells us, for how Vanzara and his team would refer to the Gujarat Chief Minister and Home Minister. 2 days later, on the 14th of June at noon, and this is the afternoon of the encounter, Mr. Goswami says he went back to that same office along with GL Singhal. There he says DG Vanzara handed over the draft FIR they were already plotting to justify the encounter, which mentioned that Ishrat and co had come to kill Narendra Modi. Singhal, according to Goswami, disagrees with this and also with the plan to kill Ishrat. But Goswami says Vanzara was adamant and that Vanzara said he had got approval from the Chief Minister and the Minister of Home. The BJP says that statements of this nature are purely inference and cannot be taken seriously.
If you go to a magic show, what your eyes see, ears listen, is not exactly the truth. Now, in that kind of a situation, when something is being told before your eyes, something which your ear hears, you are seeing something on the stage and still that is fake. How would you put 100% trust on something which somebody overhears and then in his best knowledge and understanding, he interprets it that this is like this?
But the CBI says they have yet to corroborate whether these conversations mentioned in the Goswami statement took place and that they are probing all aspects.
We are investigating all angles related to the case. But sir, has Vanzara and Goswami been confronted with each other? I mean, has Vanzara been shown that statement and has he been asked to respond to it? Like in the case with Singhal, which was of course a statement under 161, but nevertheless we understand Vanzara had denied it. In this case, has Vanzara denied it or has he been asked to go through that statement as yet?
I am not aware of the full details about the
Is
interrogation.
IB cooperating now, sir, with your investigation?
Yeah, they are.
After this statement came on record, it had become the bounden duty of CBI to go beyond the statement and find out that what had been stated by Mr. Goswami, whether it was true or not. You just cannot leave an investigation halfway, especially when 4 persons are murdered. So whoever, in whatever high position he may be, we have to inquire. And if there was no grain of truth, I think the CBI should have come out with that also.
With Rohit Bhan and Sunetra Chaudhary, Srinivasan Jain for NDTV.
Well, the political ramifications of this for the BJP, for Narendra Modi and Amit Shah are potentially huge. But from a legal standpoint, just what does this point out? Are we now likely to see a situation where Narendra Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, possibly the face of the BJP ahead of the next elections, may in fact at some stage be questioned in this? Joining us for more on this, Jai Narayan Vyas, Senior BJP Leader, and Mukul Sinha, Lawyer and Member of Jan Sangharsh Manch. Thank you both very much for joining us. Mr. Vyas, let me come to you. Why does the BJP continue to insist that the account of this DSP, DH Goswami, should be discounted? Why should we discount what this man has said? He's a police officer. He said he clearly heard DG Vanzara, DIG Crime, telling his junior GL Singhal about having gained permission from Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to carry out this encounter killing.
Well, let me first, Vishnu, clarify that there is no question of discounting anybody. The matter which is laid as part of the charge sheet and which is becoming now an evidence, it is for the trial court to adjudge it and adjudicate on that. So I would first start with a disclaimer that cannot be the claim on our side. What we are trying to say is there are two kind of statements. One is under a particular section made before a police officer, where a witness has a right to then later date turn around and say that this was done under extortion or pressure, and I don't agree with it. The other which is being talked about, which you are making a reference to, is a magisterial declaration or statement,
yes,
where it is made by one's own volition. So I would say that stands on a slightly higher pedestal than a statement made before a police officer. But at the same time, let me then give you a third comparison, that it cannot be put in the same bracket as you would put a dying declaration as a final and concluding proof. So let the adjudicating that way. If you look at the CBI's earlier findings in case of Mr. Raja, he also seems to have made a reference that Prime Minister and the Finance Minister had a know of what was going on and what was happening.